And welcome back. It is a chance to help families dealing with the hardship of cancer.
Joining us this morning to discuss this weekend's Boonville Elks Cancer Auction and Dinner, Crystal Bretz. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So there's a lot of stuff here to go over, but let's begin. You were with the Boonville Lodge 1180, that's Elks Lodge. Talk to us a little bit about what that facility does up in Boonville.
So we focus with a lot of financial help for people who have hardships of cancer. Outside of that, we locally donate to food pantries and community care boxes and just try to put a positive outreach in our community. We have a very small community, but a lot of businesses and people that are able to help step up in huge ways to help our community.
And what type of hardships do some of these families face? I mean, I understand I went through this process myself last year, but there are some people out there that may be more financially strapped. What kind of resources do they provide to these families and individuals?
Well, in the past, all that someone needs to do is fill out a questionnaire of some of the issues they're facing. If they need help with the medical bill, we voted on it at the lodge. If they have trouble making a mortgage payment, a utility bill payment, we vote on it and usually pass it.
Almost like a wish list.
Yes, yeah. To date, we have never turned anyone away. The funds have been there, and as long as they continue to be there, we're going to keep giving to the community.
And we want to honor why you've started this. There was a grocer out there in Boonville at one point, Wes Posey. You'd explain this off the air to me, but that's where this all started.
Yes, so Wes and several members started. It was kind of a white elephant auction. They'd get together, have a good time, and have a lot of friends, give a lot of good money, and then that started the ball rolling. Shortly after he got it going, I believe he has a son that passed away from cancer. So that was kind of a wake-up call for our community to like come together and rally the troops to continue the efforts of Wes of what he started.
And that is hence the event going on this weekend, Wes Posey Spaghetti Dinner and Cancer Auction Fundraiser. Tell us what is the game plan? What is going on this Saturday?
Right, so our doors will open at 4 p.m. We'll have
I hope it's not 4 a.m.
That's all right.
It's 4 p.m. We will have all-you-can-eat spaghetti dinner for $10. The tickets can still be purchased in advance Friday from 4 to 9 at the lodge or at the door. We prefer in advance so we can kind of have a better idea. We have a kitchen crew spearheaded by Audrey Phillips that has already made homemade sauce. She's already stocked the cabinets. They've already prepped everything, made gallons and gallons and gallons of sauce to have ready for when the doors open. At 6 p.m., the gavel will drop. We will start a live auction, which Mike Hearing heads that. Him and Mr. Dimmitt volunteer their time to do our auctioneering.
And you had mentioned that the proceeds will benefit partially towards cancer research, but the majority of that will go to helping
stay right here in Ward County and help families.
We want to also acknowledge other people that have stepped up and given already and donated. I imagine it is a Boonville event, and your great mayor, Charlie Wyatt, will probably be there. Has already made a considerable offering to the organization already.
Yes, so Charlie hosted a golf outing out at Quail Crossing, and we've already cleared $10,000 going towards this event.
So a head start already.
Yes.
And you and I know some of the photos. You've already had quite a few items that will be auctioned off. Tell us kind of what people can expect to maybe even get.
Yeah. So we have assorted gift baskets. A lot of businesses donate gift cards. We've had power tools. We have St. Louis Cardinals tickets. We have Quail Crossing and Rolling Hills golf outings. Just a various plethora of things. We'll have homemade wine to auction off. We'll have bourbon baskets. Just everything you think of will be there. Homemade quilts and a lot of food items also.
And I love that, you know, it all kind of goes back. And then there also, some of the proceeds go to cancer research. Is that correct?
Yes. So our state lodge is mandated to give a certain percentage to IU and Purdue for cancer research. But outside of that, we are able to keep the funds here locally for families in distress.
How much prep? I mean, you mentioned the food prep, weeks and weeks and weeks. But for folks like yourself, I mean, how much prep goes into an event like this?
We start at least on the average 3 months out. Mark Chapman goes door-to-door knocking. He's a staple in the community. He goes out and starts knocking on doors and starts soliciting for donations. We started reaching out to Alcoa this year. They were able to give us $3,000 as well to help towards this event. So we have a lot of good people starting very early on to get this event.
And how good is this spaghetti? I mean, you really sell this to the people at home.
I'm going to say Audrey's pretty awesome in the kitchen with her crew that she's got.
What makes this special?
It's been a landmark recipe of the Elks ladies for decades, and so it's just a continued recipe that's
you can
passed
share
down.
it with our viewers this morning if you like.
No, you'd have to be a member.
Yeah, but folks can still support. If they can't make it out on the Saturday event, they can still give you a nice
donation,
help.
yes.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of coin drop boxes at the Circle K's in Boonville and several other locations throughout the city. So if you're able to swing by there, I think there's also one out at the Buick dealership. So there's also out there several places too.
And I love that some of the facts that I read too, like the lodge has given more than like $12,000 to support the Indiana Elks State Major Project. I mean, the money, you guys have just raised so much statewide and locally. How does that make you feel knowing like that your community is just doing this?
When my husband and I joined the Elks, that was one of the major reasons we joined. It's a organization that you can see the immediate impact in our community, and that's what we wanted to be a part of and be proud of.
Well, thank you so much. And I do believe we have a full screen of the event going on this weekend, the dinner and the auction going on. It's Saturday, August 10th at the Elks Lodge. We have the address on there. That's up in Boonville. Doors open at 4. The auction starts at 6 and tickets are $10. Where can they purchase those tickets again?
Again, at the Elks this Friday from 4 to 9 or at the door.
And we'll have the phone number. I believe there was a phone number too that I will post online as well so folks can do that. Crystal, thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Hoping for a great turnout this weekend.
Thank you.
We'll send things over to Chief Meteorologist Griffin Glasscock. She is tracking today's Thursday forecast. Good morning, Griffin.
All right. Good morning, everyone.